Hello, I am Mr. Pulley's avatar. May I chat with you about the United States History course? In ninth grade United States history classes in the Prince George's County, the focus for learning is on developing a deep understanding of the nation's past, its historical events, and their impact on the present. The curriculum aims to engage students in critical thinking, analysis, and active participation through various learning tasks. The primary goal is to equip students with the skills to take informed action based on historical knowledge. Here's an overview of the key components of the curriculum. 1. Accessing content and demonstrating learning. Students will have opportunities to access historical content through various means such as online textbooks, primary and secondary sources, multimedia, and interactive resources. They will then demonstrate their learning through tasks that involve simulations, interactive scenarios resembling historical situations, deliberations, thoughtful discussions on historical issues, research, in-depth investigation of specific topics, and active writing, essays, reports, reflections, etc. 2. Historical thinking skills. The curriculum emphasizes developing key historical thinking skills, including sourcing, evaluating the reliability and perspective of historical sources. Corroboration, comparing multiple sources to determine the accuracy and consistency of information. Close reading, analyzing texts and sources in detail to uncover deeper meanings and contexts. Contextualization, understanding historical events within their broader historical, cultural, and social contexts. In 2024, for the 50th anniversary of National History Day, students will consider the theme of turning points in history for their National History Day projects. Turning points, but first they must ask themselves, what is a turning point? A turning point is an idea, event, or action that caused change either directly or indirectly. Sometimes historical significance can be clear in the moment, other times we understand the importance of that moment much later in history. A turning point can be an action by only one person or a movement of millions. A turning point can have an impact that can be felt worldwide or in one community. Turning points can happen 4,000 years ago or 50 years ago. A turning point can lead to social, political, economic, and cultural change. While turning points can be positive or negative, they are often, in short, the possibilities for an NHD project are practically limitless. There is a topic for every student. Whatever turning point, students must demonstrate its significance in history. As you consider a topic, ask yourself the following questions. What factors led up to the turning point? How and why? How did it create change? What happened? What were the immediate and long-term consequences? What impact did the turning point have on the people who experienced it, and how did they in turn affect it? Why was this turning point significant in history? Now let's consider a few examples. Examples. Events as turning points. When we hear this term, we often think of wars, social movements, revolutions, and natural disasters. Major events like World War I, the Chinese Revolution, are it possible to fully understand all the perspective significance of such broad topics in 10 minutes, 2,500 words, a single website, or one exhibit board? Probably not, but what about one event within a larger movement? A student interested in World War I might explore a specific military campaign, a technological innovation, or the role humanitarian organizations played in combating the hunger crisis after the war ended. They might explore how the war ensured demise, or how European powers influenced sometimes seemingly simple events can have major consequences for people and their nations. Students interested in more recent history might explore why the people of Bosnia declared independence from Yugoslavia in 1992. What were the consequences of the voters' decision? What led up to the vote? In what way can a vote on a single issue serve as a turning point and lead to immediate and long-term change? Consider the long-term consequences of patterns in history such as colonialism. How did the storming of Temple in 1984 influence Anglo-Indian the Sikh Golden relations? How did it build on the century of British colonialism that India had previously endured? Similarly, how did the annexations of Hawaii and Alaska help the United States become a global power? How did their subsequent statehoods impact the land rights of indigenous communities? Researching local history provides opportunities to learn about and share the histories of individuals and groups whose stories have not yet been told, and to engage in deeper analysis. Overall, the 9th grade United States history curriculum aims to foster critical thinking, historical analysis, and active engagement with the past. By equipping students with the ability to evaluate sources, analyze events in context, and communicate their understanding effectively, the curriculum prepares them to become informed and engaged citizens who can draw lessons from history to make informed decisions in the present and future.